well will come in. And Geoffrey, are you there?
Yeah, sure, I'm there.
Okay. How many are we inside? Toby, you're there?
Yes, I'm here, Irene. Good afternoon.
Emmanuel?
I'm available, please.
Okay, director? Anything from the management? Any representative? No. So members, what should we do? Because they are very important. We have reports from the management. So we first have to agree to start the meeting or wait for them because they are really very important in this meeting. Although our quorum now can permit us to proceed, but let's first hear from members. What should we do since the management team are not in the house?
I have a suggestion. Maybe we give 5 minutes to wait for Edie to join the meeting.
Okay, that's okay. And I also request that Geoffrey kindly follow up with him. No, so that they know that we are waiting for them. Patrick, what can you say to Bista and Emmanuel? How many minutes should we give them?
Honestly, I think 5 is okay for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let Geoffrey follow up with him to know at what time they'll be joining. Then we shall start from there.
Sounds good for me at least.
Okay. Tobista?
Yes, Irene, I think it's okay. We can give them 5 minutes and see what happens next.
That's really. I thought you would come with our piece of cake today. Is it available? You got your us.
Pardon?
Sophie?
Yes.
You should have actually asked the Irene herself to do justice. Come on, she's the one that's supposed to celebrate you, not the other way around.
True. Except in Africa, we want to do it the other way around.
You know, I am people have enjoyed at home. So I thought she would have packed something for us and bring it, and say, hey, today I'm presenting this.
Don't worry, we are still planning.
Oh, wow. That is very good. I'm waiting for invitation. I'm very good at eating cake. So please don't leave me out.
It's fine. I will definitely send you that invite for the cake eating.
Thank you so much.
That really sounds like a good one. An invite for cake eating. Wow.
Yes.
Yes.
I think members, it is joining us in a short minutes time.
Okay. Just thank you so much for that feedback.
You're welcome.
Emmanuel, is Emmanuel in the house? Emma?
It's like Emma's dropped off.
Oh.
Wow.
Maybe network issues.
Oh, that's okay. And I thought Emma would update us on new things from his side. But that's okay though. Can we hear from Patrick? Patrick, what is new that side as we wait for ED to join?
So many things. So many new things from my side. So the first new thing is that I had this amazing friend graduate as a certified public accountant. Blessing. That happened.
So,
Yes.
do you know the pattern? You're cheating exams.
Patrick has so many friends. So
And you know what? This friend is actually with me in the meeting right now. She's somewhere in the corner.
wow.
Yes. And another thing that happened, which I think was interesting, was that Geoffrey has a very beautiful picture, which for some reason he can't see the beauty. And that intrigued me. That's a new thing for me.
Wow.
A beautiful
Geoffrey.
picture is beauty. You cannot see.
From there immediately, I think Patrick has indirectly invited you to take over.
Oh, this is funny.
Come on.
You, Patrick.
What did I do?
Nothing. I didn't know that, but yeah, I really complete the picture because to me the picture, one, it looks old. It doesn't represent me as who I am right now. So
No, that makes sense.
yeah, right.
That is a reasonable claim right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a reasonable claim right there.
Yeah, sure. So that's
Mhm.
yeah. And another thing that happened is so important to me. It's when I saw online, I saw a picture of someone, and I saw someone putting on a gown. That was so amazing. And, you know, the person was graduating as a certified public accountant. I was amazed with that. And I didn't say that is you.
Come on. I didn't say anything. I was just celebrating. Come on.
Yeah, that's it to be Topista, and real Topista. Congratulations to you.
Thank you, Geoffrey.
Um,
Wow.
and by the way, my girlfriend graduated too, so
Wow.
Wow.
So are you
Educators.
coming for?
no, you're doubting that, but it's fine.
No one, I am not doubting that. If others are, I am not. I am just simply requesting that you educate us.
That one doesn't need education. I've just told you, let it stop there.
I mean, maybe Topi and Ayo know who you're talking about. I have no idea. You actually have someone called girlfriend.
I am clueless.
Geoffrey,
Yes. Yes,
I
Irene.
love the surprise, and I want to say that don't disclose that. Let Patrick do his own research.
Very true. That,
You know what?
Geoffrey,
yes.
our 5 minutes has elapsed. Can you check again with director, because our time is going? It's almost you know it's time actually. It's getting late. I don't know.
Yeah, let me check it up with him and see what is happening.
Okay. And who can check with Emmanuel? Tobisa, are you able to check on Emmanuel?
Let me try, though I might go off because I'm I'm hotspotting from the phone. But let me
I'll
try.
text him. I can text him.
Okay, Patrick, thank you.
No worries at all.
I don't know, as we wait for the members to come, Tobisa, I've seen you've shared the minutes for our meeting and the report.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really, it looks very good. It's really very good, and I can't wait to hear, you know, more from you.
Okay.
Let's wait for director to come and we see how we can start. What about the finance? I think we are supposed to have the finance also in today's meeting.
Yep.
I believe if the director is present, he can present the financial report if the finance person is not there. I don't know how they agreed within the secretariat, but the ideal would have been the finance person presenting for us. But let
Yeah,
them
yeah.
present.
Because she's the one who communicated with me, I think. I'm not sure though. Yeah, so if she's the one, probably, I don't know if she's back in office or she's working from home.
Probably from home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have a financial report that really we have to hear from her, even the update on asset.
Yeah.
We do direct. Should we give these people more minutes? Because our 5 minutes has elapsed. I don't know. Patrick, guide us, please.
So ideally, according to at least our board policy would say, as long as we have 3 people, 3 board members, then we have a quorum realized out of 5. At least it doesn't specify who these 3 people are supposed to be. Yeah. So in my own opinion, I would say probably we just start and maybe they can join us on the way. And the thing also is that they know the meeting was supposed to start this early, and they have registered a kind of delay on their end. So I think the more we wait, the longer the meeting is also going to drag.
Surely. Okay, that is fair enough. And Tobisa?
Yes, please.
What Patrick is saying, we can go ahead because the quorum is enough for us to start the meeting. So can we probably, if we start, can we look at your report? Because my question is, Patrick,
Yeah.
we have financial policy manual, which has been shared. We have annual work plan.
Yeah.
And budget, which last time we discussed about it in an emergency meeting. So we are supposed to hear the feedback from management today, which can only be done by director.
Yeah.
And also Q1 financial report and the assets. So I don't know what we should do because there's only one report that Tobisa can present, that is Finance and Audit Committee report. So I don't know when we start. I don't know these reports. What are we going to do about them?
That's a good question, actually. Geoffrey, you did try following up on Benson. Is he able to join in?
I did follow up with him, but he's not replying to my messages. I think I want to call him now, and I'm going to go off because I'm using the same phone, and I'll join back. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Time.
Yeah, time is always, for us Africans.
Okay. And honestly, just like Irene, you talked of, I found the FAQ report very intriguing. Yeah. I think it would be good to hear more, like at least from Topi herself or the FAQ members about this. Yeah.
Yeah. If all of us looked at the report, we really need to hear more about them. And it makes our meeting not useful if we don't have the members in the house.
True.
And time is going. I see it's very important for us to finalize on the annual work plan and budget during this meeting. If we can hear from management, we can easily, finalize on this.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, time, and director's phone has been stolen.
Really?
Yeah. It fell from him, and he did not announce that his phone fell. So the person that got the phone is using the phone So when I call him to follow up on other reports, probably maybe reports that are still remaining, and to also understand when they should send the data for meeting today. I on this line, and the guy abused me so well. I said, okay. So probably
Oh my God, that's horrible.
that was yesterday. So I said, okay. Patrick,
When did he lose
kindly.
his phone though?
I also don't know. So I asked him why you didn't inform people in the group. You know, the guy, I think, was also drunk, you know, speaking his own things. Then I decided to text him on WhatsApp. Then he told me, no, my phone fell. Sorry, I did. Then he gave me a new number. So I hope he is using the right number. You're free in?
No, I think he's off to
Low.
communicate with. Yeah, I think he's off
Geoffrey.
to communicate. That's sad.
Yeah, so now reaching him is using a new number, but when you call, you know, the person with the phone is a very arrogant person and is not friendly at all. But it's sad that you pick somebody's phone, you keep it, you answer calls, and you know, and you start doing other things that are not right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we should take note of that. If you're calling director, I think he's going to provide his new number he gave me yesterday, so that we communicate with him using the other line for now. And he gets all of that number. But let's avoid using number for now. It is only on WhatsApp, but not for direct calls.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should be good to go.
Yes. Welcome, director. Can you hear us? Benson? Yes, Benson? They're getting us, really? Benson?
I see he's muted. I don't know.
Yeah, he's muted.
Oh, probably might be the same problem like me. Is Geoffrey in the house, Geoffrey?
No, not yet.
Wow.
Not yet.
What should we do? Because it is him to start.
Well, we can give him a couple of 2 minutes or something like that. I'm going to text him too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you for
No worries
that.
at all.
Director? Benson?
Geoffrey is in now.
Oh, okay. Geoffrey?
Yes, Irene, I'm already in.
Back. Director is in, but he's not hearing. I don't know. He's not getting us. But hello, Director. Okay, is going to definitely get us on the way. Geoffrey, can I hand it over to you?
Yeah, sure. Is he getting us now?
No, not really.
I can see him typing in the WhatsApp group. I'm on, but my volume. I'm going to ask him to rejoin.
Okay. There's some echo disturbing us. Is it disturbing me alone or also other members?
I don't know where it's coming from though.
Okay, Geoffrey?
Yes, Irene.
Okay, take it from there.
Okay, thank you, Irene. Let me hope now everyone can hear me. Just confirming, is everyone getting me?
Yeah, we can get you clearly.
Okay, thank you members for joining in for today's meeting. Today is CECI Q1 board meeting, which is happening today on the 31st of March, 2023. And we are sorry for the inconveniences that are caused. You're most welcome to this meeting. We are going to have our meeting that will run for 2 hours and 30 minutes. So I'm going to read through the agenda, and we shall start it straight away after reading the agenda to you. In our agenda, we have a series of items that we are going to have in this meeting. Hope everyone has gotten the agenda in their emails, and hope everyone has reviewed it, because I didn't receive any email of any complaints to the agenda. So hope everyone has accepted the agenda. We have one, which is opening prayers. Then we shall have the second one, which is consent of the agenda. We shall have chair's remarks, which is number 3. Number 4, we shall have reading and approval of previous minutes. And then we shall have finance and audit committee reports. Then number 6, we shall have executive director's report. And then number 7, the finance report follows. Number 8, we shall have annual work plan and annual budget 2023. This one we shall have review revised annual work plan and the budget, and we shall have reports from the management. Then number 9, we shall have finance policy review. And number 10, we shall have a discussion on the registration of CECI as an NGO. Number 11, we shall have annual institutional audit reports that shall be presented to us today. And then number 12, we shall have CECI annual report 2022. Number 13, we shall have a discussion on the strategic plan and resource mobilization review. Another business, that is number 14, we shall have another business. This is pertaining urgent matters that require board attention. that they will be brought in this session. 15, we shall have review action points and decision or resolutions that are made in this meeting. Then number 16, we shall have closing remarks and closing prayers. So that's how our agenda is going to flow for today's meeting. And our agenda has a time schedule for everything that we're going to do. It is scheduled for minutes, and then it has leaders, those who are going to lead that same item that we're going to discuss on. So not to waste time, we are going to have our opening prayers, and Ayo Irene is going to lead us in the opening prayers. After the opening prayers, we shall have a moment of silence, honoring the legacy of one of our stars, Ole Alfred, who passed on the 30th of March 2022. So after the prayers, we shall have a moment of silence. Ayo Irene, offer us the opening prayer.
Okay, let's humble ourselves and we pray. Thank you, King of Glory, Father. Thank you for the gift of life for today. Thank you for everything. I call upon your presence to come and guide us through our meeting. As we start with you, Father, let us also end with you. Guide us on everything we are going to discuss, because with you we have the strength, O King of Glory, Father. I know you're with us. So guide every word we are going to discuss here as we discuss towards the growth of this organization, O King of Glory, Father. I don't want to bother you so much. I pray all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
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 Thank you, Irene. I think let's have a moment of silence, respecting the legacy of our fallen staff, Ole Alfred. Amen. Thank you all for that from that item. We are going to move into the second item of the agenda, which is consent of the agenda. We, as members of this forum, we are to consent this agenda and adopt it for today's meeting. Does everyone in this meeting consent the agenda? I want to hear your views. We have only 5 minutes to have this consent of the agenda.
I move to consent.
Over to you, members.
Secretary, I move to consent.
Thank you, Patrick. Patrick has consented. Another member to consent the agenda?
The agenda looks very long, but I also consent.
Okay. One more person to consent the agenda so that we can move on to the meeting. Mr. Benson and Mr. Emmanuel. Your people are quiet. Does it mean that we all consent the agenda, or what does that mean?
Secretary, looks like Emma has dropped off. I'm not very sure if Benson is actually able to hear us.
Are you there?
I'm going to follow up with Benson.
Okay, that's good. As Iron follows up with Benson, members, what is your say? Now, can we wait for Benson to consent the agenda first, or we move on? Our time
Geoffrey?
is, yes, Iron.
I think we can move on as director. Sunday.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, members, for consenting the agenda. So we adopt this agenda for today's meeting. As Irene continues to follow up with ED and to find out why the reason why is we not getting us rectifying that issue. And also, I think Irene is good if you can follow up with Emmanuel for him to be participating as well. We move to the next agenda, which is chair's remarks. We're going to have chair's remarks, communication from the chair for today's meeting, which is Ayo Irene. And we have 5 minutes for this agenda. So, dear Irene, Helen, you're most welcome to give it.
Thank you, Geoffrey. Going to take much of our time. Already we are late. I would love to appreciate everyone who has taken their time. You know, you have a lot of things to do, but at least you've given us your time, 2 to 3 hours, which is really encouraging. I love the effort that we are putting together, the growth of the organization. Thank you for turning up for the meeting on time. And today's meeting, we have a couple of things we're going to that they're already there in the report. We have reports, and at least we are expected to analyze this report, review them, so that management work easy, because these reports help them as they work, as they do their daily activities. So when we don't analyze these reports, review them, look at them carefully, it might not, allow them move on. So as we come for the meeting, we have to make sure we analyze this report, look at them very carefully, so that the management goes back with energy. This is their power, and also this is our power as we move towards the growth of this organization. I really do not have much to say. I would love to welcome the chair of the board also to say what. That is Mr. Patrick. Patrick, you're welcome. You have some 2 minutes to also summarize what probably you have prepared for the members in the meeting. Thank you so much. Welcome, Patrick.
Well, thank you so much, Irene, and thank you everyone here, Benson, Topista, Jeffrey, and others that are here to join us. I'm going to be very quick with this, but I'll start with saying that I thank you all very much for accepting and voting with all your energies the idea that we should have rotational board meeting organizing roles or co-chairing roles, which you all endorsed very proudly in the previous meeting. And to be honest with you all, I am requesting and appealing to you all that you support Irene, Geoffrey, and any other board member that will follow after them in their roles of organizing the meeting and chairing it. Give them as much support as you gave Benson and I. Give them as much respect that they deserve as you did Benson and myself. And I am also hoping that this becomes a learning experience in one way or the other for all of us who participate in this arrangement that we all agreed to. Second, I really wanted to have this time to say a few things about our late Awule Alfred, who passed on last year, this month, on the 30th of March 2022, and he passed on duty. He was a very dedicated, committed team member, one of those who really changed how our programming in Loble went because of his passion for community, but also because of his personal commitment towards work, and his work ethic was incredible. And really, I would like to request that as this month closes and as we start the other, which we know is in remembrance of his name, let's at least find one thing individually or as a group that we can do in remembrance of Awule and the important contributions that he made to CECI and also to the community of Loble whom we serve. And what that is going to be individually, it's really up to you how you would like to remember Awule for the important work that he has done. Whether this includes visiting his family or calling his family and talking to them, or visiting the children or sponsoring a project on his in his name, or an activity in his name, organizing an event in his name, it really doesn't, it really has to be what you're comfortable doing at your individual level in honor of a colleague that gave it all in service of community. And to end with, as the chair has clearly said, we have very important subjects today to discuss. It would be very helpful if we stay very concise, but also if we stay on topic, so we don't have to spend a lot of time in this meeting. Thank you all very much. And like you all, I am looking forward to a very fruitful discussion. Over to you, Chair.
Thank you. Thank you, Patrick. And over to you, Geoffrey. Geoffrey? Hello, Geoffrey.
Hello, thank you, Irene, and thank you, Bochia, for the communication that you have given out. We're not going to waste our time. We are moving up to the next agenda, which is reading and approval of the previous minutes. And we have minutes to for this. In this item of the agenda, I'm going to read the minutes, and members confirm the minutes, and also members review progress on previous action points. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to read these minutes in a way that I'll read the action points for us not to waste a lot. Quarter 4 board of directors meeting, which has a reference of CECI board 2020 quarter 4 M meeting 04. The starting time was 2:43 p.m. and the agenda for that meeting, the meeting happened on December 30th of 2022. The agenda, the first item, we had prayers, and then we had welcome and call to order. Number 3, we had consent of the agenda. Number 4, we had approval of previous minutes. Number 5, we had chair's remarks. Number 6, we had reports, that is the Finance and Audit Committee reports, Policy Review Committee reports, Executive Director's report. We also had Finance and Admin's officers report. And then we had open issues. The open issue one, finance policy review, that happened during that meeting. Then number 8, we had new businesses that popped up in the meeting. One is a board roadmap for 2023. Then number 2 is annual work plan and budget for 2023. Then we had all institutional audits. We had appointment of auditors for 2023. Then we had strategic plan and resource mobilization strategies, 2020 year 2022-23 review. We had also rotated board meeting roles. Number 9, we had AOB. Number 10, we had meeting closer, which had review of points. Number 11, we had adjournment or closing prayers. So that happened to be the agenda of the meeting that took place on December 30, 2022. And members who attended were Irene, Helen, we had Duarte, we had Patrick, Justin, and we had Kemisoro, and we had Peter Oleru. Those are the members who were present. Going straight to the action points. Point number the main taker for the meeting was Benson Kemis Soro. So the action number one is there is need for flexibility in conducting the board meetings. This goes to all the board members. They are responsible for this action point. Action point number two, which is minute two, reading of previous minutes. Number one is to develop terms of reference for external advisors. Patrick and Ben responsible for this. We had also tracking sheet. Patrick and Benson were responsible. Review committee need to speed the process of reviewing finance policy. This is the finance policy review committee, which was responsible for this item, this action point. Moving up to the next action point in minute number 3, which is reports. We had policy implementation should be taken serious. Next one, we had any reports shared late without advance communication with board chair will not be read in future meetings or depart to a late meeting. Also, another is recommended the management work with the finance audit committee to find someone competent to cover for the finance and admin officer while she is on leave. The same minute, we had recommended that any materials, reports, or policies shared via email for members to review should include a clear fixed time frame for members to provide their inputs on time to get place. Goes to all the members of the board. The reports, we had also an action point that says resolve to differ the proposal for the board to pass the resolution on the registration of CECI as an NGO discussion in the next board meeting to allow the management to assess strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats of the registration presented to the board. So another action point is charge the management to ensure the completion and renewal of all legal registration process of CECI in the districts it operates in, including Koboko, Yumbe, and Obongi districts, and secure memorandum of understandings at all government levels as required by the law as soon as possible. Responsible persons is the management. Minute number 7, which is board business. Action point number 1. Adopt the board map for 2023 with subject to review as the need arises. Agreed, all board members and the management have copies of the roadmap handy to inform their planning or knowledge of planned board activities for 2023. Responsible persons, all board members and management. Resolved to assign the management the month of January 2023 ending 31st for each to complete all processes of development, presenting, and have no work plan for 2023 passed introduced by the board. Resolved that the management and finance and audit committee have until January 31st, 2023 to conduct an internal institutional audit for the financial year ending December 31st, 2022. Responsible functions, management, and the finance and audit committee. Another action point, resolved that management and finance and audit committee have until February 28, 2023 to coordinate and conduct an an external institutional audit for the financial year ending December 31st, 2022. Responsible persons, management, finance and audit committee, and the audit resolved that management should provide the board with all documentation, including adverts, letters, and contracts, terms, references among others related to the audits, firms, identification and appointment for the 2023 external institutional audit before the next board meeting. This also applies to all documentation related to the 2021 external audit. Responsible person is the management. The next point is that raised red flags of conflict of roles between management and board, such as the management appointing clients, audit firms, processing and authorizing audits on behalf of the board without the board's knowledge, approval, or engagement. Resolved, the management engaged the board and finance and audit committee actively in all processes related to audits. Management is responsible for that. Raised the need to review terms of engagement after the agreed 3 years period of engagement with CECI. The board and audit committee and management is responsible for this action point. Resolved to start reviewing the current strategic plan and resource mobilization strategy and developing new ones by June 2023 as per the board roadmap for 2023. And the management, along with board member, will lead this process. Resolved to rotate meetings, roles quarterly among members to improve participation and ownership of the board meetings and its work, develop members' competence in organizing and running board meetings, prepare them for future board meetings, taking meetings, chairing meetings, among others. This goes to all. Resolve to develop a roster to guide the rotation of the meeting roles be shared with all members, and the chair is responsible for it. Minute number 8, which is another business, agreed to investigate reported CECI staff and alleged misconduct to gather more details and any possible actionable measures. Board chair is responsible for this. Resolved the management carry out serious due diligence during staff recruitment process to prevent recruiting people with serious reputational issues. Management is responsible for this. Reply all emails frequently and timely whenever possible. This goes to all, but increase the visibility of business programs online and offline. Engage actively in the board WhatsApp group to stay connected, share information, socialize, build community, and a support system. And this goes so dear board members, those action points that are captured in the Q4 Board of Directors meeting that happened on December 30th, 2022. So here, if those are the minutes, I want us to dear board members, can we confirm if those are the rightful minutes? Your hand is up.
Yeah.
I wish to confirm that those were correct recordings of the minutes.
Okay, Topista confirmed that the minutes are correct. Recordings from the meeting.
If you may, Secretary, I also wish to second.
Okay, okay. Emma, you can speak up. Emmanuel, you can, hand is up.
Yeah, I would wish to second on the minute, but I don't know if the persons responsible in minute agenda item number 8. If some of these things are done, I really want clarity on the action point.
I think Emmanuel will come there. We just wanted everyone to confirm that these are the true minutes. Since so far 3 people have confirmed, so we are going to come to members review the progress on the previous. Are they really done already? Because we have people who are responsible for these action points. I think members, we have to the review of these action points. How far have we gone with these action points before we carry on them? Because we don't want them to another meeting to be read in another meeting. We want to see what is the progress of this action.
Secretary, may I speak? Sorry, I don't know where to raise my hand. Apparently, my screen is just messed up.
Okay.
Thank you. I wanted to start with the point raised by Emma about the action points under minute 8, and I'm going to speak to those that pertain to me particularly, especially the one to do with investigating the reported CECI staff member, and the staff is alleged misconduct. So far, I am moving on pretty well. I've had a couple of meetings with people that have a level of familiarity with the issue at hand, but I will say that I still do not have very significant information to be able to share yet on this meeting. But I assure you that the process is ongoing. And at one point, probably I might have to reach out to 1 or 2 of you guys and to discuss my findings and any way forwards if there is need to. So apparently that is it. Over to you.
Thank you, Patrick, for clarifying that. I think members, we can react to this so fast so that we don't delay much time in this item of the agenda. Where we can move to this item of the agenda.
Geoffrey, just a quick one. Can we hear from director, because most of the action points, it is management that can we hear from her?
Yes, Benson, are you there? It seems Benson is speaking, but I'm not getting. I don't know if are we getting Benson?
Director, are you available? It seems director is not getting us. What can we do? Because it's good for us to hear progress of this before on this before approving it. Toby,
Yes, Patrick.
Are you able to hear us? Okay, we can't hear you. So can you speak? Wait, members, are you able to hear him?
No, I'm not getting.
Are you people able to hear him? He's speaking from my phone.
We can hardly hear him.
Okay.
And even I can't hear Irene.
Wow, that's interesting. Okay, maybe what you should do, you drop off and rejoin. Just yeah, just drop off and rejoin. Okay, thank you. Irene and Sophie is struggling to hear you too.
Toby, sir?
I think I can now get Irene.
Okay, thank you. You wanted some clarity from you as the chair of the Finance and Audit. About the internal audit, if it has been done and because of our action point here, both finance and audit committee, management. What can you say about that? It's Patrick, are you able to display?
Are you able to see the screen?
Yeah, no. Under executive director's report is board business.
Okay.
Action point number 4.
Okay, under board business. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, number 5. Yes, exactly. Toby, do you have any idea on this?
Thank you, Chair. I think what we did as the Finance and Audit Committee, that is part of an internal audit function, was verification. I think I shared a report of what was done. By January, I visited the organization and did expenditure verifications, and then some part of asset verifications were done. So that is what we did in that area of internal audit support. But we could not do a comprehensive internal audit per se. But that is still a function of what? Internal audit. Thank you.
But as the internal audit been done? Has it been done?
I'm a little bit confused here, Chair, because when we talk of internal audit, the work that I went to do is part of the internal audit. Because it involves a lot of things. It involves looking at what is taking place in the organization. Like I have just said, I did a review of the documents that was there, of which I shared the report with all of us. That forms part of internal audit. So it may not have been structured, but that function was done.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. If director is not hearing us, I would suggest we move to the next agenda, since time is also against us. So when he comes, if he has any comment about the minutes, we shall give him that time. So I don't know, for me, I would suggest that we approve these minutes. Geoffrey?
Yes, Ayo.
Can we approve the minutes, member? As I give it back to Geoffrey.
Okay. Benson is able to hear us. Actually, he's following the conversation pretty well. Benson, are you able to unmute and speak? Chair, he has unmuted. Hopefully he can hear us. Topi has her hand up.
Okay. Yes, Tobisa. Yes, Tobisa, you can speak. Is Tobisa able to hear us?
Hello, Tapista, you can speak.
Sorry, I was speaking. I didn't know I was muted. Thank you. I was just making a comment that I see Benson is still muted. Perhaps he could put his thoughts in the chat in case
Exactly.
we cannot get him.
Yeah, yes. That
Chair, if you could permit me, I also wanted to say something about some of the action points that have to do with me. Thank you. So under agenda number 2, so we are supposed to develop a TOR for external advisors. So what has happened is that probably, as you might recall from all the other meetings we've had, we've been asking who these people are in terms of position-wise, what are they supposed to be and stuff like that. And I think that I have literally yet left it to the management to define who these people are. And then that can help us in developing the TOR, the terms of reference, since this really depends on each one of them in particular. So this is something that I'm yet waiting. And also the tracking sheet is something that we really haven't developed, because we personally, I haven't yet really gotten like a very comprehensive way of developing a document that could in a way gather all the informations that they are supposed to report on, because this information can change depending on the time and the situation. For example, what is covered in the executive director report, as you all might have seen, is not the same all the time. So there is like that change that happens. And so I'm still really trying to see if I can find a better way of developing a template that can cover all that, even when changes have happened. And the other one that had to do with the other one was to develop a roster, which I did and I shared with all of you. And then the other is the investigation. I've already talked about it. I think from my side, I'm done with those. Yeah, over to you, Chair.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. I don't know, Director, is he there? I was actually willing for us to approve these minutes because we are time bad and Director has difficulty. I think there's problem of connection. So I don't know. I need guidance here. Can we approve these minutes? Because we are only waiting to hear from the management team. So far, we've heard from the finance and audit chair and also the board chair. So what should we do? Can we approve so that we can move forward? Board chair, can you guide us?
Chair, I think technically we have approved the minutes by consenting to it. And so we were basically trying to follow up and seeing that the action points that have been agreed on in the previous meeting have actually been implemented. And I think you will notice that we have a couple of action points from the management that needed their responses on to see if they have been worked on or not. And apparently we have a deadlock that makes it difficult for us to communicate effectively with the representative of the management, who is in this case Benson. So it's a tough one. And I think probably Benson is going to have to confirm all these other things in an email, all the action points probably that have to do with the management, at least. In an email would be good, but that's my idea. At least it's wild, but it is. I don't know what other members can say. Over to you, Chair.
Yeah, thank you. Tovista, Geoffrey, and Emma, what should we do? Because we really need director, and there's problem with internet. So what should we do? The board chair said he can actually write on email, he can write this comment there and share with us, which I see is probably the only option we have here for us to save time. Any hands? Yeah, Tabitha.
Yes, thank you, Chair. I think given these technical glitches, what the board chair suggested right now is the most feasible. But we could approve the minutes as he gets a written response to issues that needed his attention through an email. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I think yes. So since the minute has been passed, so director, if you can hear us, you're going to have your report on these minutes written. You can as well as comment on it and you share on email. If you're okay with that, you can write that on the comment section. Geoffrey?
Yes, Irene.
Taking over from here.
Yeah, thank you all for your comments. I think we can move on with our agenda. Thank you, Patrick, for that idea. I think it's good if ED can share his comments on the action points on email, so that will guide also me in writing the minutes. I think we can move up the next item, which is finance committee report. So we're moving to reports, starting with finance and audit committee report. And this is going to take 2 minutes. And Irene is going to take from here, from me. We are going to have review of the finance and audit quarterly report and prepare questions to ask and feedback to provide. Here, the Finance and Audit Committee presents Quarter 1 report. Members react to the report. Board adopts the report. So, Irene, I think it's your time. You can.
Okay. Thank you, Geoffrey. Tobista, your hand is up. Is that an old hand or you have something to say?
Sorry, I didn't lower.
It's okay. So we are moving to agenda number 5. That is Finance and Audit Committee report. I'm happy that Tobista, she's here. So you're going to, I don't know if you're the one to represent the committee or someone else. So we are going to, we've seen this report on email. It has been shared with us. Our secretary, that is Geoffrey, he has shared with us a couple of days back. So if you were able to look at the report, this is the right time to give your comment as we hear from the representative. So Tobista?
Thank you, Irene, Chair, for giving me the opportunity. I'm going to be really brief on our report. Like you said, it was already shared. Basically, we did not present a report in the last meeting because we had not sat and We had sat, but we had not compiled a report. So this time I'm just going to look at the action points that came out of our last meeting, and then maybe how far we have gone. So from our meeting, the key action points, actions we were supposed to do as a committee, we were supposed to identify someone to take lead of the finance department at CECI, given that the finance and admin officer was going on maternity leave. So we needed someone to be able to take over that role. So for this particular action point, I followed up with the secretariat, and the executive director informed me that there's already a person on the ground who used to be a volunteer and is now in charge of running the finances. Then the second action point was the internal audit needs to be done to build trust from our partners. Like I said, what we did was part of the function of this internal audit, much as it was not structured, the report was not structured the way it could be presented to other partners, but part of this function was done. I visited the organization and did a review of documents, expenditure vouchers, of which the report is attached. And then we talked of the finance policy review should be time bound. We had not agreed on this particular item. I remember from the last meeting, priority was given to the human resource policy, and that was done. So next we were supposed to look at the finance policy. I remembered sharing, though not on Google Documents. We have not yet given feedback, and we had not agreed on the time frame. So I think it would also be good to have this resolved so that we can share the document and get feedback. I think the other point is the same of writing to the board of the idea of decision to bring someone on board. We were supposed to have quarterly meetings as one of our action points. And then I was supposed to visit the offices to help in preparing for the external audit, which happened. So I'll just briefly look through the support visit that I made to CECI. Of course, I already listed some of the key issues that I identified during that visit, and I had advised that the management looks through it and correct these. A few issues on the motorcycles. I realized most of them, the odometers were not, the readings were not working. So this one becomes impossible for us to track mileage. Then, of course, vouchers were not stamped. That one, they promised to identify, to address it immediately. Then, of course, there were some missing signatures on timesheets, payrolls, payslips. This one mostly affected staff that had left, and they promised to follow up with her. And then One key thing I noticed was excessive use of acknowledgement receipts for petty cash expenditures, and yet these could actually be supported with actual receipts from these vendors, because excessive use means that we are not following up critically on our supporting documentation. Acknowledgement only comes at a time when we cannot get actual receipts from these vendors. But most shops have these receipts, and so it is not right to use these all the time, except in exceptional cases. Maybe when you go to the market and you're buying, let's say, bananas, there you can get use these acknowledgement receipts. Then I realized there was no proper process for advance payments and retiring these funds. It was not very clear, so it was difficult to track advances. And then there are some payments where pay and NSSF were not correctly captured. So these were actually some of the key things that were identified and raised to the Secretariat to correct before the external audit was done. So briefly, that is an update of what has transpired and the support that I was tasked to give on behalf of the Finance and Audit Committee. Over to you, Chair.
Thank you. Thank you, Finance and Audit Chair. Thank you for your brief report. It's really precise and good enough for anybody to understand it. Just a quick comment from members. Members, you've heard from Tobista. What can you say about the report? I would really ask Director if he was hearing us to respond on these comments on the report visits. Do we have the log sheets now for the motorbike? Are these odd meters working? The vouchers to be stamped? Do we now have receipts if we buy things instead of using acknowledgement receipts? I would really love to hear that from management, because if we are to follow this comment on her report, the organization would really greatly benefit from this, because these are really, really, really good. So can we hear from members briefly? Board Chair, are you there?
Yeah, like I said from the beginning of the meeting, I found the report very intriguing. And I think I want to thank Topista and members of the Finance and Audit Committee for this tremendous work. It's really good to see this come out from you people, and for me, I feel like it's given the visit itself and the amount of time that she was able to identify these very critical issues. I think if we had a more better support visit, for example, where she could take, let's say, 2 days there, I think we'd even have much more issues identified, which can contribute to, like Irene has said, improvement of the organization in so many ways. So for me, really, I would want to hear from instead the management on what they have done, given that this happened like a month or so ago. I think it would be fair enough to hear from them what progress has been made and it's good that Topista is available. That means she can really be of support in case of any need for support in terms of developing some of these things or how to make this work.
Yeah. I also have a quick question for Tobista. I'm seeing there are 5 points here, very important. There were vouchers that were not being stamped. I don't know if you are given reasons why. And also the missing signature on the time sheet and payrolls. Why? Because we should have at least answers from management. If now this thing is adopted, it's being worked on, why not before? Was it lack of knowledge? What was the reason given to you?
Okay, thank you, Chair. For the issue of the missing signatures on the timesheets, payroll, and the payslip, this one mostly affected the former finance assistant who left. So because she had gone, I think the timesheets were prepared when she was already not there. And now following her up, I think was a problem. But I remember I called her and I told her that if it were possible, that as she goes outside, she would pass by the office and she would sign them off. So, like we said, the ED would be in a better position to now tell us whether that was done. Then, of course, some of the missing signatures were for the ED himself, the approvals, because now within the secretariat, it would not be someone there to approve, but one of the board members. So by the time I was there, I was able to approve his timesheets and then approve his timesheets. So the action there only remained now for the staff that had already left. But on the issue of stamping the vouchers, I didn't get a response to that. They promised that they would stamp them. Thank you.
Chair, if I may.
That is really good stuff. And my internet is trying to misbehave. I think somebody is calling me. I think we need instant visit to office. The board chair, you should take. It's very important to have a constant visit to office so that these kind of things are rectified and is worked on. So thank you so much, Tobisa, for the great work. If there's
Chair,
hands
just
up,
for your information,
so the finance and audit committee report, I would still accept. If there's no, then we'll have to move on.
Chair, if I may.
Yeah.
So the executive director has written here in the WhatsApp group and said most of those gaps that were identified, he said actually all of those identified gaps have been fixed. He wrote on the WhatsApp group, and I think that which is something that relates to what Tofista has said, is that this doesn't have to be fixed for the case of preparation for audit. Should be the culture of the organization, that these things are followed, these things are worked on. It is what makes an organization what it is. So it doesn't have to necessarily wait until when the organization is preparing for audits. And then absolutely, I'll just agree with you that we need to have more support visits of this nature.
Yeah. Yes, thank you. Your volume is low. That was hearing you, but it was really difficult. I don't know if other people are also facing the same thing.
Oh, my
But
volume is low?
Yeah, I can hear you well.
I don't know. I am really loud.
Okay, maybe my phone. I don't know that, but that's okay. Any hands up on this report? Any comment, guys? If not, we can move on. Are we okay to move on? Emmanuel? Geoffrey?
Chair, I think we can move on because the report is really very comprehensive. And as you have said, and also what Chair has said, we really need to have these support visits to the office to ensure that all this is put in place. And by the way, audit, it doesn't mean that we need to prepare only for audits, but audit itself starts when the project starts. So the initial start of the project, it is the audit itself. So if we can put the documents together from the start to not have confusions at the end, we shall have better documents. When it comes to audit, we shall not have to have times of fixing other documents that are missing or something, but it's good to start well from the start. Otherwise, thank you so much.
Oh, welcome. I think, Patrick, your volume is really low because
Irene, are you?
Geoffrey.
Irene, your network seems to be breaking.
Very there are a couple of annual work we yeah. Yes, Patrick.
I say
Oh, my
Emmanuel had
network is
his
bad.
hand up.
But are you guys hearing me now?
Yes, Emmanuel
Hello?
had his hand up.
Aaron, you'd gone
Hello.
off, but now we can hear you.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much, Tobista. So we've looked at the report. We have reviewed this report. We've gave our reactions. Now it is the time for the board to adopt this financial report before we move to director's report. So back to the board members in the room. Are we able to adopt these reports? I just need consent from 2 or 3 members so that we can move on.
Chair,
yes,
Emmanuel's hand was up. Can we give him the chance to speak?
Oh, yes, sure.
Emmanuel hand was up.
Okay, okay. Emmanuel, you can speak. Emmanuel?
Yes, yes. I don't know if you can hear me well.
Very clear.
Okay. Specific on the Finance and Audit Committee report. I think it has been very comprehensive, and I thank Topista, the chair of the Finance and Audit Committee, for having done that. Only that what people have made, the comments people have made to do support visits are very good because they act as follow-ups to the missing gaps which have been identified by the committee. Now, those follow-ups will give us at least real findings of what is on ground. Since there was a comment from the board chair that the ED has replied that most of those things have been fixed. So meaning we will just do a follow-up to see whether they have actually been fixed or not. Or if they have not been fixed, we see a way forward. But otherwise, I think we can adapt this report. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Emmanuel. Before you go, can we adopt this report starting from you?
Yeah, it's a yes from me.
It's a yes from him. Another yes.
It's a yes from me.
Okay. Can we hear the last one?
So yes from me too.
Okay. No gender. That's fine. So we have officially adopted this report on this day. Please, Geoffrey, note that down. If there's nothing, since we have adopted, we are moving to our agenda number 6, that is executive report. Executive director's report, so which is going to take 20 minutes. But before we give director that time, already it's 19 minutes past 4, and our meeting is supposed to end by 4:30. What should we do, members? And we are still in agenda number 6, even we have not yet started. Can we hear briefly in 30 seconds from all of us? What should we do as director give his report? Tobista, Emmanuel, Benson, Patrick, Geoffrey. What should we do? Yes, Tobista.
Yes, thank you, Chair. Wow, I'm going to speak on my own behalf. Within the next, before 5, I need to do some few things. I don't know. For me, I was going to give a very wild suggestion because the items are really many. Is it possible that we can sit again tomorrow, or it will not be possible? That is from my side.
That is your
Thank you.
suggestion. Welcome. Yes, Emma.
Yes, thank you once again, Chair. To me, I was having a suggestion because we have agenda items which are matching each other. Like we have finance report, that is agenda item number 7. We have finance policy review, agenda item number 9. Annual plan and annual budget, that is agenda now item number 8. Then in annual institutional audit report, that is agenda item number 11. To me, I was thinking, if there is a finance and audit committee kind of a meeting, we could carry on. We carry those agenda items and they can be discussed in a finance and audit committee meeting in this next quarter, which starts tomorrow. I don't know how other people look at, because they are mostly related to finance and so on. Then we bring a comprehensive report and give to the board. Thank you.
Yes, that is from Emma to Tobista. She's saying we postpone the meeting. We extend it to tomorrow. Emmanuel is saying agenda number 9, number 11, yes. Should be discussed in finance and audit meeting, and just we write a report and present to the board members. Is that what you've said, Emmanuel?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. So let's hear from other members. What should we do? The board chair, you're very important. I'm only the chair for today. So you're the one to guide us here.
Yeah, I have had what members have to say, and we have about how many minutes to end the meeting?
About 6.
Okay. So apparently, it's either we can have an extension, discuss a few items, or say have another day of a meeting, which is like what Topista has suggested, or we can have certain items discussed by the Finance and Audit Committee, and then they report to the board on that. Personally, I am going to leave it up to us to vote on it. Over to you.
Yes. Thank you. We are going to vote because we always do things in a very transparent manner. We've been doing that. We've been voting. So we have ideas on the board. Patrick has come with another idea. We give ourselves some more minutes. We discuss few issues. Then tomorrow we finish. Then having other things being discussed in audit meeting, then we just write report to the board. So I'm going to combine two things. Having some minutes, probably let's say 40 minutes extension now, then we finish tomorrow. That is one. Then another thing is having some agenda discussed in audit and finance committee. Then they just write report. So we need to vote which one is which. Am I clear?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So can we vote? Should we have more minutes today and have another meeting tomorrow? Continuation of our meeting? Or we just give some parts to the audit committee? Let me see the hands up. For number 1 is having extension and continuation tomorrow. Let me see those hands up.
Chair. Okay. Topista, go. Topista has her hand up.
Yes.
Yes, I was just following her instruction that those who want a few minutes and then an extension tomorrow, so I've basically voted.
Okay. For number 1, we have 1 vote. Yes, Patrick, you are talking.
Yes. I wanted to say that number 1 is a very tempting choice. Is very tempting in the sense that as an Adventist, I have to go to church tomorrow, and so much as I really want to, I might not be able to attend the meeting. So I don't know. Yeah, Topi is laughing too, and I don't know what Topi has to say.
No, when I said tomorrow, it can still be
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, but
After service.
at least it should not go beyond 2 days. So
Mm-hmm.
if tomorrow is not convenient to you, we can do it on Sunday.
That works
Because
for
for
me.
me as a person, I see there are so many items that need our critical review. And
Absolutely.
if we push them all to the finance and audit committee, yet each of us could be having inputs, then basically we have also not heard from the secretariat
Yeah.
with these technical glitches. There's a lot of information we have missed in this meeting from the
Yeah.
secretariat, where they are, how are they performing. We've basically not had anything. So
Yeah.
I believe it would be good to really have a meeting. Tomorrow, if it's not possible, then we can do it on Sunday. For me,
Yeah.
I pray earlier we can do it 4 to 6. There would be no
Yeah.
problem. Yeah. So it
You've
really doesn't
convinced
have to
me.
be tomorrow.
You have convinced me beyond repair, and it's a yes from me. Chair, are you able to hear me?
Oh, sorry. Tavista network.
Oh, are you able to hear me now?
A quick question to Patrick. Patrick, at what time is your service ending?
So usually our services go up to
Yes, I've asked you a question also. At what time does service end? Very clear.
okay, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. It looks like you're unable to hear me.
That's not possible. No, I am getting you very clear.
Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, so I was as well saying that Topi has actually convinced me, and Sunday works for me. Is a yes for me for Sunday.
Geoffrey, Benson, and Emma, can we hear from you guys?
Chair, thank you so much. I think I'll go with Sunday because tomorrow was also so tempting to me because I'm an SDA. And as Patrick has said, we pray from morning up to 6 p.m. So I think Sunday works out for me. And option number one, I go with it. It's a yes for me.
Okay, Benson. Emma?
Emma has dropped off, but I have texted Ben that we need his vote. Hopefully he sees it.
Is texting, so we wait. Yeah, that's okay. So if it is going to be Sunday, let's suggest the time. From what time to what time, members? If it's going to be Sunday, because already we have 3 yeses for Sunday, so we are just waiting from director. But for the meantime, let's suggest the time.
I think when it comes to the time, I'm going to go with any that you guys really suggest from that end. Yeah.
Thank you, Chair. I think for me, 4 to 6 would be okay. So that
Okay.
if there's going beyond 6, I think it will still be convenient.
Okay, director has said yes, Sunday is okay. So 2 days after board meeting is not against the policy. From he suggested also time that from 2:30 to 4 p.m.
So Topi was suggesting that it should be from what time to 6?
4 to 6.
4.
Okay, 4 to 6, and Benson is staying 2 to 4. Geoffrey, can you help reconcile? Because for me, any of those work for me, really.
Maybe let's also hear from the chair. What time works for
That's
her?
true. That's true.
My vote might be invalid for now. I just have to forego my prayers on Sunday. So let's just agree on any time.
This is serious.
It is. It has
Geoffrey,
always been.
Geoffrey, come help us harmonize this. 2:30 to 4.
I think thank you all members. I
And
am
4
to
to 6.
reconcile 4 to 6 and 2:30 to 4. And I'll go with 4 to 6. That works for me.
4 to 6.
Yes.
Okay, so if it is 4 to 6, if director is hearing us, it will now go from 4 to 6. On Sunday, we are going to have our meeting. Patrick, you can help us create another link to the meeting, which will start at 4 to 6. Thank you, members, for having that transparent voting. I hope it favors all of us. It's already 4:36. I will have to hear from director because now most of the things left here on the agenda, it needs his attention here. I don't know if he is able to give us a report. If he's not able to give us a report, we would really handle maybe new business before we close. If director is able to hear us, okay, Tobisa.
I think director also dropped off. He's not in the meeting.
Wow.
Yeah, he did. And Luate just confirmed that 4 to 6 p.m. also works for him Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. And I suggest that we go to, wow, even this one needs director. I would suggest that we look at the new business. Is it okay, members? If we can have some 30 minutes, we look at new business, or 20 minutes, because all what is left on the agenda, it requires director to be present here. Even open issues where we should look at the management review on our reactions on annual work plan and annual budget. So what should we do? I was suggesting if we can look at new business, which is the recap discussion from the previous board meeting, just looking at the board roadmap. What can we say? If not, then we have to close the meeting.
Chair, if I may.
Yeah.
I was going to say that actually this is perhaps suppose one of those things that we would discuss. But given that we will need, if we are to go toe to toe with this and say agree on a formation of a committee to spearhead this, it would literally mean we would need someone from the management as well to be in at least most of the committee members. Because this is an initiative that will have to be so much driven by the management and so forth like that, and it has a resources element in it, which can best be answered by the management. So my own opinion, members, would be that maybe we could push this all to the next meeting when we're having. And going back probably to the action point of the minutes for the previous quarter, we might really have to be flexible. If we notice from the very beginning that things are not working, we just change the platform if we have to.
Yeah. It's really challenging. There are things that we cannot control, like having bad internet. It's
True.
really something that is, I don't know really what we should do next time, because for a couple of meetings, Emmanuel has been on and off, on and off.
I have Zoom, which is premium, which can allow us to have meeting for as long as we want to. It it won't cut at 40 or 1 hour. It will really go for as long as you want to. Maybe if next time we experience this kind of glitches, I will try something else, probably set up a Zoom meeting or something. But, and like you said, so far, this is now like the third time. The other time it completely denied us. We couldn't have any meeting at all. We had to go to Google Meet, and it couldn't allow us to record the meeting. I remember people were joining in and dropping anytime just. It is even the worst thing I've seen. Oh my God.
I don't know, but it's okay. You're coming with innovative ideas. So probably if we can have other links also for that Zoom, let's try on Sunday.
Yeah.
And we see how it will work. And also my kind request to the members, please look for a place you think you'll have good internet, because sometimes also we might have the Zoom, which is so common, but also bad internet can still make you drop off. So you identify a place. If it means moving a distance, maybe to a place that has better internet, please do that, because this meeting, they are very, very important. It's good for us to all, use. And also those with laptop fail people so much. I tried only today. It could not even allow me mute myself. So maybe you can also have a laptop and a phone, and if this one fails, you have option for our next meeting. But yes, I think members, if you allow us, we just kindly close and we adjourn the meeting to Sunday, if that is okay with all of us. And if maybe there are other ideas from members, we can hear in 2-3 minutes before we close.
I was
Teresa?
just going to
Yes,
say,
yes.
I was going to say thank you both for this. We really do appreciate it. Over to you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Patrick.
You're welcome.
Yes, Teresa, anything from you before I give it to
No,
Joe?
I don't have anything. Just to appreciate you, Irene, for chairing our meeting. You've done so well. Like the board chair has said, I think right now we can't do much. We'll just need to adjourn the meeting and pray that the meeting on Sunday goes smoothly without these technical glitches of today. But I appreciate you.
Thank you. Geoffrey, thank you so much, Tobisa. You've given me confidence, to move forward. Your word has encouraged me so much. Thank you so much. Geoffrey,
Thank you
anything?
so much. Darren. I think there's really nothing. Just you have to adjourn the meeting and then can have it on Monday. And maybe Patrick should create the Zoom links. We can try out Zoom and we see how it
Absolutely.
can.
Absolutely. I'm just going to do that right after this meeting.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for cooperating with us. it I was about to drop this room. I was going to tell Patrick, at least let me be the last to share, not the first, because if you're the first, there will be a lot of mistakes, things, but I'm here to learn. I am very humble. Any feedback, you can reach me in my inbox and also share your comment here. Far how we have moved, but I'll be very positive for any comment. It's my first time sharing online. Please bear with me for any inconvenience. And thank you, Patrick, for giving us the platform, to have this in the learning channel. Thank you so much, guys. If there's nothing, I would love to say let's adjourn our meeting and we do and thank you so much. Night to us in Africa, but I don't know. Should I tell you good morning? I don't know your time. It's so confusing. But I wish you well.
Thank you. Thank you. It's actually morning. I'm planning to go for breakfast. Yeah, but I really wanted you guys to know one thing. Topi and Irene. You
Yes.
are the strongest women I've seen. And trust me, you both inspire me. And I truly mean it when I say it. And
Thank you.
and honestly, I do. And I celebrate you guys every day because it's just amazing to see what you both keep accomplishing every day, and is impressive, is inspiring. And I love to see that so much.
We are humble.
Continue inspiring, honestly.
Thank you so much.
Most welcome.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for supporting us today. Let's have the positive energy again Sunday. Thank you so much. And
I have a news that you have to pray for.
okay.
Please, I'm not getting married. It's not the news.
Sorry?
I'm not getting married, so it's not the news. But
why are you guilty? No one had said it's the news.
Guilty.
So what is happening is this. I mean, Topi knows this. So Topi, you know Asknet, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what happened is that a couple of months ago, these guys reached out to me, and they needed us to be part of the network and stuff like that and so forth. I think they're planning on, for some reason, I don't know what expansions they are planning, rogue agency and stuff. So now
Okay.
they I did all those processes with Ben. So now I think today they are voting. I think they have their meetings where they decide who can, who cannot be a network member. So today they are deciding on, they are voting on CECI being a member or not. So hopefully it goes positive and we can be a member and tap on those resources from Rogue Agency as well.
We are praying.
Thank you.
Fast for that, Patrick. I'm going to fast so that something good happens.
Something good will happen. I at least I know the kind of God we serve, so something good will happen.
Yes, too.
Yeah.
Guys, actually joining us in session. We're going to have our gathering tomorrow. We're going